Please.
And you are the problem.
Will you calm down?
What's going on?
Listen, don't hate me. Don't get in my. Do not get in my.
Oh my gosh, this is horrific. It literally says everything you need to know that other cast members are moving objects away from Angela in fear that she might use them to attack people. That's how out of control this woman is. That's how abusive this woman is. And the scary thing is, it just gets worse.
You better get your ass and get your. You want us to get back up. Back up. Back up.
Run.
You got the run, back up. Get your hands.
Don't throw Michael.
Get your and go now.
Who the hell does she think she is? Seriously, someone, police, cast members, production, someone needs to step in. But before we get to this, let's rewind to the start. So, after a long day of filming in the studio, Angela and Michael have finally arrived at the shared mansion. Remember, they didn't come yesterday because, by her own admission, Angela didn't want Michael mingling and talking to other castmates. She didn't want him making her look bad. Yeah, I know, the irony of it blows my mind. But now that they're here, the rest of the cast are interested in getting to know the man. And it's so interesting that despite what we've all seen with our own eyes, Michael seems determined to keep up this pretense that actually their relationship is okay.
It wasn't for her, I won't be here. No, I appreciate her so much.
You really love Angela?
I do.
Are you in love with her?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course, he says. But I don't think he even believes what he's saying. Look at that smile on his face. Like, the fact that he appreciates her. He appreciates her for bringing him to the States. That's the positive that he has to say about her. Is quite a telling admission, isn't it? Now, remember, at the studio, in the green room, Angela was screaming at the top of her lungs. She wanted everyone to know that she and Michael hadn't slept together for months. So with that in mind, Lauren tells Michael that he needs to show more affection towards Angela. But it's very difficult to show any sort of affection towards a woman who acts like this.
Where is Michael? You see how he ignores me?
He's in the kitchen.
It doesn't matter. Do you understand?
Yeah, I get it.
Do you understand? This is what he does.
Seriously, what the f*** is she talking about? This is what he does, she says. What? What is it that he does, Angela? God forbid the poor guy speak to a castmate. How dare he? How dare he try and make friends? Honestly, I'm sick of this. I'm sick of all of the cast just pandering to this woman's insanity. Someone desperately needs to put her in her place. Like, while unbeknown to both Lauren and Michael, Angela's there riling herself up, working herself into a frenzy. Lauren is busy telling Michael that he should walk over to his wife and give her a kiss. Go over there right now and tell her you love her, she says. And poor Michael does exactly that. The poor man has absolutely no idea that he's about to step into a minefield.
Angela.
Why are you in there?
Yeah, having a conversation about...
And I am in here and I've been nice because I don't want to run these people's mother party.
Yeah, Michael went over there to try and give Angela some love, but instead he's getting publicly screeched at. As Angela starts to get more and more angry, as she starts to expose their dirty laundry in front of everyone, Lauren suddenly realises she should have kept out of this.
Why don't you ever pay attention to your wife? I'm playing with a good-looking man.
I am...
Another good-looking man, and you don't even give a...
I am paying attention to.
Say
That's
you're
why.
smiling?
How hilarious that Angela wants Michael to get jealous. Newsflash, Angela, sorry, but you're just not that good looking. You're not this beautiful woman that you think you are. The truth is, no man with any ounce of a brain would ever want you. You're rotten, you're disgusting, you're a horrible human being inside and out. Like, it just feels like no matter what Michael does, he just can't win. Angela's always gonna find something to shout about, and even when Kobe tries to step in and calm her down, it has absolutely no effect. She's determined to make a scene. She's determined to try and humiliate Michael.
Where in And you know this, and you're in there laughing with guys, girls, and you're walking around like nothing's wrong, Michael. There is a problem here!
I just can't get my head around how insane this situation is. The man only came into the room to give her a kiss. What's triggered this reaction? What could have possibly warranted her going this crazy? She's right, there is a problem here, and it's her. She just seems totally incapable of seeing her double standards. Here she is blowing her lid at Michael for laughing and speaking to other castmates, while seemingly ignoring the fact that she was doing exactly the same thing. She was there laughing and playing pool with Manuel. Why is it okay for her to do that but not him? Why is it okay for her to speak to anyone like this? Not just Michael. She even seemingly threatens physical violence towards Ashley for saying one word, hey.
And you are the problem!
Will you calm down?
What's going on?
Guys, listen, don't hate me. Don't get in my Do not get in my
Honestly, she's a lunatic. These are the actions, these are the rantings and ravings of someone who's mentally not all there. And I think the rest of the cast realise that. Just look at how quickly Manuel whisks away the pool cue. He begins potting every single ball in fear that she might pick something up and attack someone with it. That's a genuine concern. How is this okay? Now, watching all of this is just way too much for Lauren to take. She somehow feels personally responsible for this, so she again tries to get involved. She tries to step in, hold her hands up, and say that she was the one that started this.
This was me.
No, but it wasn't.
I pulled him aside
It's
before.
okay.
We were trying
I pulled
to
him
get
aside
Michael to come
before
over
I
here.
told him when we came out, I said, pay me a little attention and I'll be the sweetest bitch.
It's funny because literally just a second ago, Angela was practically threatening physical violence against Ashley for getting involved in her affairs. But the second Lauren gets involved, well, things are different. Is that because Lauren's crying? Or is that to do with something else? I don't know. Either way, Lauren's intervention does seem to calm her down. For a while, for a split second. But she's still not willing to listen to Michael. Even when he tries to explain to her he's only come into this room to give her the affection that she's desperately craving. She doesn't want to know. She doesn't want to hear it.
That is why I came here, baby. Come.
Michael,
Say
get
what?
the out of here. You'll get yours tomorrow, big boy. And let's see if everybody feels sorry for you then. How about that, mother?
Now, as the cast disperse, Angela sees that Lauren is crying and she makes her way over to her to apologise and give her a hug. Yeah, she's okay to apologise to Lauren to hug Lauren, but where's Michael's apology? Yeah, stupid question really, isn't it? Because he'll never get an apology from this woman. Never. And it's left to the other cast members to try and work out what the heck is going on. Kobe tries to ask Michael, is this to do with your lack of sex? Is that what triggered the woman?
She said that you guys haven't had sex ever since you moved here.
Yeah.
Why?
Because we've been having issues, argument, fighting.
I think what you meant to say, Michael, is I don't find her attractive. She's a woman that chain smokes like a chimney, constantly berates and belittles me, and tries to control every aspect of my life. Why would I want to have sex with her? That's what you really meant, isn't it, Michael? Now, as the night progresses, as the cast seem to get more and more drunk, Angela gravitates towards the second most toxic person in the house.
Why couldn't you go find someone that appreciates who you are?
I don't want no.
Because I think you deserve. I think Michael's is scamming.
We're talking right now, please.
Ed's such a weaselly little rat, isn't he? Just look at how petrified he is when he thinks that Michael overheard him calling him a scammer. I mean, if you're gonna talk about him, at least say it to his face, Ed. But of course he doesn't. And once again, Michael tries to have a conversation with his wife. Only, yet again, he's denied. She has zero interest in trying to fix things. It feels like she's only at this tell-all to try and embarrass him.
Look over there. Look.
He's just having
Don't
fun.
listen, you piece of Keep smiling, mother. Keep smiling, you fraudulent mother. I'm the dumb one.
Even Ed is like, God, not again, Angela, please, not again. And if Ed's thinking that, then you know it's bad. But as Angela kicks off again, she desperately searches for new reasons to justify her behaviour. So what's the poor man done wrong this time? Well, get this. Angela begins to scream that Michael supposedly told her grandchildren.
You know, I tell my girls, all women are dumb.
And yet again, she begins to whisk herself into a frenzy.
Here we go with it. Get back over. Get the
We are only having conversation. I came to
See,
you.
I asked him to get out of my face. Get the
Thais' face is exactly how I'm feeling right now. Please let this hellish nightmare end. Remember, this is still only day one of the tell-all. Like, already everyone's done with this woman. But unfortunately, Angela just won't quit, as Michael tries to remove himself from this situation. As he walks away from her, as he walks upstairs, Angela hurriedly gets up and chases after him. She's determined to continue this fight.
You know what I'm gonna do if I find out you're scamming? I'm gonna break your heart.
I am not scamming you. I've told you many times. It is the only
Shut
person
up.
you want me to talk to.
Yeah, shut up.
Now, if you thought things couldn't get any worse, well, they do. Angela again brings up the fact that Michael told her granddaughters that all women are stupid. Now, we're provided absolutely no context for this, why he said it or what it was all about. But Michael admits that yes, he did say that.
It's my opinion.
And his admission just tips Angela over the edge.
You better get your ass and get your. You want us to get Becca. Run. You got to run, Becca. Get your hands.
Don't throw Michael.
Get your and go now.
Angela runs up the stairs, gets in Michael's face, tries to intimidate him, and then tells him to back up. Like, her behaviour here is disgusting. Rob and Thais yell at Michael to run as if this is some kind of joke. And Ashley, Sophie and Jasmine are all standing around giggling. I just find this horrific. I find it so bad that everyone's turning a blind eye, making a joke of her behaviour. It's only after all of this ends, after Angela finally walks away, that someone musters up the courage to go and check in with Michael.
Nobody deserves that.
I know, but it happens, you know.
You love her, huh?
I do, absolutely.
And for her to not see it?
Even after everything that's just happened, somehow Michael still defends Angela. It's wild. Like, Michael tells Rob that Angela acts this way because of what I put her through in the past, and by that he means the cheating scandal. And of course, that is something that these two men have in common. Neither of their partners, neither Sophie nor Angela, have ever truly been able to get over their infidelities.
I've asked her personally, like, okay, what do you want me to do? I have up, I've messed up.
Did she give you an answer?
I mean, she's just...
She yells at you.
No, yeah.
Finally, someone is validating Michael's feelings. This is the first time that we're seeing anyone do that. Now, Michael admits to Rob that losing Angela just isn't an option. That's not something that I can do, he says, and you've got to assume that's probably more to do with his legal status in the country rather than the love that he has for her. Like, surely nothing is worth putting up with this, because it's at this point that Angela now comes back for round 3.
You know exactly what the you're doing.
We are just
Rob,
having a
excuse me.
man-to-man conversation.
No, you're not a man, though. He's more man than you. Rob, if you don't want to cause problems in our marriage, can you please leave?
Yeah, Rob, it isn't about that life. He's gone in the blink of an eye. But isn't it disgusting how Angela feels the need to emasculate and humiliate Michael in front of him? You're not a man, she says to her husband. And I think the fact that Michael was so keen, so quick to say, we're just having a conversation, again proves that Angela is so determined not to allow him to have any conversation behind her back. It's nuts. She's determined to have him sit quietly in the corner, not talk to anyone. And in an attempt to humiliate him even further, she then proceeds to kick him out of his own bedroom.
Michael?
Angie,
Go.
hold on.
Michael, I'm telling you, I'm really getting
Where do
mad
you
now.
want me to go?
There's a lot of couches downstairs. You know what? You didn't care where you went in my house.
This is tragic. This is heinous. They're in this gigantic mansion. Everyone has their own bedroom. But Michael, the guy, is forced to sleep on a couch that's too small for him without any bedding. He's forced to drape his own shirt over himself to try and keep warm. Could it be any more clear that he's being treated like a second-class citizen? But sadly, if you thought that was the worst of it, if you thought it was over, things just get worse the next morning. Even though it was Michael who probably got no sleep, somehow it's Angela that's woken up in a cranky mood. When we join them backstage at the studio, Kobe tries to encourage Angela to let Michael have his say when they get on stage. And Angela reacts in a furious way. She tells Kobe, "I always let him talk."
I've let him talk for 7 years.
And then the second that Michael tries to say something, she directs her fury at him.
You know I would never be in anything scamming or whatsoever.
You're a liar. And they even think I'm crazy because their wives and their situation ain't never been as bad as ours.
No, Angela, we think you're crazy because you're acting like this. Now, Angela's chief minion, Big Ed, tries to tell Gino and Jasmine that he's been on tell-alls with Angela before, but she's never been this bad. He's trying to somehow imply that Michael is at fault for pushing her to her breaking point. But it soon becomes clear she's not just at her breaking point, she's way past that. She's broken. You see, she's now decided that she's had enough. She's not even gonna do the tell-all.
Where's my stuff? I'm going home. Give me a car. I'm not doing it.
She just left.
Wow.
Angela just storms off. "That's it, I'm not doing this anymore," she says. But it's very telling that even though the show goes on, even though everyone else takes to the stage, Michael doesn't go on without her. He's clearly terrified of the repercussions were he to do so. And it's only with Angela, once she's finally calmed down and probably chain smoked a couple of 100 cigarettes outside, that they finally rejoin the rest of the cast.
I think we have Angela and Michael coming back. Hi, Angela. Hi, Michael.
Hello.
Now, while they sit quiet for everyone else's segments, when it's finally Angela and Michael's turn, Sean tries to keep it light-hearted. She asks Michael what his first impressions of the States were. Michael begins by saying, "First and foremost, I'm grateful to be here. But I've been finding it cold," he says, no doubt not helped by the fact he didn't even have a sheet to cover himself with last night. But as he's talking, just look at Angela's face. Everyone else might be laughing at Michael talking about his newfound love of chicken nuggets, but she looks like she's been sucking on a lemon.
You might laugh at me, but the favorite thing I like for now is, what's it called?
Nuggets.
Chicken nuggets. I know you laugh.
Yeah, they may be laughing, but everyone in the room can sense that Angela's in a mood. So Sean tries to ease her way into this very delicate conversation. She tries to slowly manoeuvre away from chicken nuggets and onto sex. "I hear you two haven't slept with each other since Michael's arrived in America," she asks. "Why is that? What's going on, guys?"
Reason being that since the cheating thing, we can't even have a conversation. She always refers to the cheating, to the lying and all that.
As always, Michael puts his hand up and admits that he did wrong. But, he says, we can't even have a conversation about it. We can't move on. We can't ever be intimate until we address the issue. But it's all too clear that Angela isn't ready to move on. She's just not ready to forgive and forget. In fact, it's pretty clear she still harbours a hell of a lot of resentment. It's as if she feels completely entitled to treat Michael the way that she has been, because she thinks he humiliated her first.
I am human. I have emotion as well. I am your husband, for Christ's sake.
You
Before.
cheated and told that bitch you would come to goddamn America and get the visa and you'll handle me.
What's Angela's reaction to Michael saying he's a human, he has emotions as well? She just screams at him. She screams at him some more. She continues to attack him. The woman's totally unhinged. It's like whatever he says, she's determined to shoot him down. She really doesn't want him to have any voice, any say at all. I'm sorry, no one can convince me that she loves him or that he still loves her. It's time to cut and run, Michael.